Hey guys, there's been a little bit of confusion about the difference between an initial clean and a deep clean. So I just want to make sure that I'm giving you guys the information so that way you feel confident when you're going into these initial general cleans. So what initial general clean is, it's a cleaning that we're going into the house for the very first time, and the client has decided that they only want a general clean instead of a deep clean. Now, some homes may really need a deep clean, but either A, they can't financially commit to it, or they're not really interested in getting every single piece of dirt and grime up in their home. So I want to show you specific examples, what it would look like between an initial general clean and what we would do for a deep clean. So for a general clean, we are using typically this, and we're just kind of going through the motions. Okay, for a deep clean, we are getting down or up on a ladder, we're using a wet rag and we're scrubbing everything. Sometimes we're using a magic eraser or a grout brush to get in these grooves. For an initial general clean, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take that rag, one or two little sprays, and instead of just running the duster, we're gonna kind of do a quick wipe with just our rag, okay? Now, if you notice at a house, for the first cleaning, if doing this is getting the dirt off and the dust, that's fine. If definitely like during, definitely around like your entry areas, or where maybe pets lay, or areas that are really used in a house, you can definitely go in and do a quick wipe. It might not get everything, and it's really helpful to let the office know if you are doing those, you know, initial general movements and there's still a lot of dust and dirt and grime. It's helpful to send us pictures and to let us know, so that way we can give the client a heads up and say, hey, this area really could use some more deep cleaning, but this is the before and this is the after. It's definitely better, but it's not 100%. That way they know coming into it, going home, that we were able to get some off, but not all of it. So that's really important. And we do talk about that too in the office when we are scheduling for the difference between an initial and general, and we explain that to them. So they pretty much know, but it's good to have that specific reference to be able to give that feedback to the client. So that way, when they come home, they know to expect a little bit more things here and there. Same thing goes with this area, like a window ledge. So for an initial general clean, we're taking that rag and we're just following this area here, instead of just taking our feather duster to it. So I hope that helps clarify some things for people. If you have any other questions, definitely always call and ask the office and we can help walk you through that.
Okay, now let's see the difference between the type of cleans. Here I am doing what would be just a general initial clean in this space. So you could see I did the dusting. I'm touching up high touch areas that are catching my eye. And then here would be more of a deep clean. So we're getting down, we're using different tools, we're wiping things totally top to bottom. Getting in there with that grout brush as needed, wiping the door handle off really well, using that grout brush in the corners and edges. And you can see we are wiping the light switches and then getting down. Now this would be considered a general routine maintenance clean. So you can see we're using mostly the feather duster here. And this would be more of an initial general clean. So you can see we're using the cloths a little bit more. We're still going to wipe off the items, but instead of using our duster, we're going to be using the rag. And feel free to do just one little squirt if you need to of your blue juice. Now this would be an example of a deep clean. So we're dusting this really well, getting up in these edges here. And then we're going back in with the cloth. Now, if they added on the blinds, obviously we would be wiping individually each blind. But here we're just wiping everything, and then I go ahead and polish in with the glass cloth, especially if it is a picture frame. spot wipe any of those areas on the window. We're getting in there with our grout brushes to get around the corner and the latch is really good. And then we're gonna do one more wipe here. And we're also gonna not forget, we do have to also wipe the actual molding. And typically for a house, we would be able to lift up those blinds and do the whole molding as well. Overall, I hope this clarifies the difference between what a general routine cleaning looks like as compared to an initial general clean and a deep clean. But if you ever have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to the office. We will help guide you along the way.